Hey, what's up, guys? This is Eli and James. You're back with the 10-Ounce Fight Club. Great to have you guys here again for another great podcast.
Yeah, we're just happy to have you guys, and, we're here to bullshit about some fights. So let's start off with Dana hit us with some announcements for later in the summer. We're going back to Nashville, Tennessee for Corey Sandhagen versus Usman Nurmagomedov.
Man, and you talk about the gangsters of all gangsters right here. I mean,
right?
Corey Sandhagen taking the guy that no one wants to fight. Umar's a killer, dude. I mean, and he's just, after every fight he's had, he's just looked like even more impressive. So it's crazy.
100%. And he's got that crazy power too, right? And he's incredibly fast. He's got them kicks, but Corey Sandhagen's coming off this win over Cheeto. I thought he got some good momentum off of that. I thought it was a very dominant performance by Sandhagen, despite the split decision that we all know should not have been a split decision. Yeah. And that's no offense to Cheeto, but what's Sandhagen ranked now? Number 2 or 3?
Yeah, he's right up there. I think in the top 3.
This is him taking a big risk, and I know he's probably just trying to get his way back to the belt, and he'll be taking a lot of momentum from Usman if he can get this win. But I definitely, I wonder if this was the right fight for him to take at this point in his career.
Yeah, it's it's kind of a weird one for sure because this is a total, unranked guy. He's very dangerous, very deadly, and you're giving up that spot. But it just proves how much of a badass Corey Sandhagen is for taking a fight like this.
Without a doubt.
Yeah,
without a doubt. I mean, he's definitely got a lot of heart and a lot of confidence and belief in himself and his skills, which is exactly what he's going to need to beat Usman Nurmagomedov. And I'm actually taking Corey Sandhagen to win this fight. I think his UFC experience and those high level fights is going to pay dividends when it comes to Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah, and Usman's kicks, man, are so nasty, dude. I think he has some of the fastest kicks I've seen. Maybe like Edson Barbosa back in the day too. But just the way he's able to get a question mark kick out there, or just get a body kick, sneak. Oh man, he's really quick. But yeah, Sandhagen, I think he might have a small boxing advantage in this like that, and then like you said, the reach and everything too. I think it's gonna kind of come into play, but. This is going to be a crazy fight for sure. I'm super excited for it. So
yeah, I think, like I said, I think the experience is going to be huge for him. And although he's been in a lot of high level fights. He's been in there with Frankie Edgar. He's been in there with Aljo. He's been in there with Peter Yan. T.J. Dillashaw, Cheeto Vera.
Yeah.
And I thought he looked incredible in the Cheeto fight. I thought Cheeto was going to win that fight. Mm-hmm. But. Yeah, just goes to show Sandhagen's toughness and his skill. Yeah,
it's a great fight to headline that Nashville card. Yeah, you got Corey Sandhagen, number 4, taking on number 11, Umar.
Umar. I've been saying Usman this whole time.
Oh,
my bad, Umar.
Usman's the, I think I said it too, yeah. Usman's the guy that is over in Bellator.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, dude, all of them are Nurmagomedovs, man. I mean, it's so hard to get them right because all of them are in MMA and all of them are really good. But yeah, no, that's a good one. So what are some of the other fights that we got coming up?
Not a bad problem to have.
Yeah. What are some of the other fights we got coming up here too?
We got one that the fan base is kind of, I don't think they're very happy about it. I don't know. What do you think though? Let's go into it. We got Max Holloway versus Chan Sung Jung, the Korean Zombie.
Oh man.
It feels like this is a fight that could have happened a long time ago, and they just, when Max was the champion, Zombie just wasn't really in the title picture.
Yeah, definitely. I think I like that this fight is happening. I think it's a good one for the people that have been in the sport for a long time. With us, we grew up, watching, I kind of came a little bit later to the game, but yeah, you grew up watching, Max and Korean Zombie. They're two big names.
Yeah, bro, I remember when Zombie was in WEC.
Yeah, and so you see these guys' stories, through the other promotions than up in the UFC, and where they've ended up has been kind of different, but still it's definitely a fight I think that could have happened maybe a while back. But yeah, I'm okay with him having it right now. I think it's a good one. Both guys have super big respect for each other. There's big love for these fighters. So yeah, I think it'll be a good one.
Yeah, I think, like you said, I think this is a great one for the longtime fans. I remember, speaking of which, watching WEC and feeling like I was late to the game because I was coming up on WEC and UFC fight nights on cable. Yeah. But beside the point, let's get back to the fight Max Holloway versus Chan Sung Jung. I think this is a fight for the fans. I was just saying, for the long term fans, I think it's going to be. I do think it's going to be a a lopsided matchup for Max. I think he's going to put it on Zombie.
Yeah.
But you never know. I mean, Zombie he's got that dog in him. You refer back to the Yair Rodriguez fight back on Fox. I mean, Zombie had that fight won until Yair landed that elbow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think, Zombie's going to be there. He's a very hard opponent to put away. With Volk, he had a couple knockdowns on him, but he couldn't put him out, cold. But, he's a tough guy, dude, and his style is like, it can be very aggressive and very just like forward centered, and that's where Max Holloway is. He's okay with like fighters like that.
Yeah,
so.
well, we might get another Calvin Kattar situation here where Max just pieces him up, but Max also does get hit a lot, and Korean Zombie's got that one hitter quitter.
Yeah. No, I think it's a great matchup for both guys. Like I said, both guys really want this fight to happen. If I'm gonna have to do like a pick or anything like that, I think I'm gonna keep it with like Holloway on this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you can never doubt Korean Zombie, and I'm just glad we get to see him fight another time. Yeah.
Fun fight for Singapore.
Yeah.
And is that one? I'm gonna look this up real quick. Is that one gonna be at a weird hour, or are we gonna be getting that one at like 4 a.m?
I don't know. I probably will be getting that one. Probably not prime time for us, but yeah, we'll probably be getting that one at odd hour. But yeah, this sounds like it's also the retirement fight for the Korean Zombie too.
Very well could be the retirement fight for the Korean Zombie,
Yeah.
And there is no time set on that yet. So
yeah, so I mean, definitely you got to catch this one, guys. It's going to be maybe a good call, to put it in or put the gloves down on this event, but we'll see kind of what happens and stuff like that.
I love both guys, man. I just want it to be a good fight. I want them, I'm hoping for one of those big battles, but we'll see. I'm just happy that we got fights going all through the summer. I mean, every weekend.
This is the summer for MMA for sure.
Yeah, some great pay-per-views too.
Yeah.
But speaking of great featherweight matchups, let's look at one that, another couple of guys that are looking to try to get back to the title, and one of these guys is trying to get his first shot at the UFC gold. Josh Emmett versus Ilia Topuria. And if you don't know who Ilia Topuria is at this point, then I don't even know how you found our channel.
Yeah, we touched on him a little bit last episode. Go check that little clip out. But, Topuria, man, he's so deadly. And then even when he fought at 155 against Jai Herbert, he got clipped that one time, but just came back in that second round and put him out ice cold.
No, he got sat down. He got sat down with that kick.
Yeah, he got.
And then he just popped back up and caught him.
So, and then, him kind of like getting some of the grappling advantages over like Bryce Mitchell too was like really impressive.
How about Ryan Hall? Have you ever heard of him?
Oh yeah, that was the craziest fight ever.
He just completely canceled out his grappling with superior grappling, and then knocked him out.
Yeah, he just like was able to hold him there, like prevent him from like going to the heels for like 1 second, and then just like landed a couple shots on him and put him out.
Man's got some heavy hands.
Yeah. And that's why this is going to be an exciting one, guys, because on the other side, you got Josh Emmett too, who he's always had that, that big. He has power in the left hand and the right hand, I think for sure. But those overhands that he'll land, dude, oh nasty. I know that they just put the free fight of Shane Burgos and Josh Emmett. You guys need to go back. Yeah,
banger. How about Josh Emmett and Michael Johnson?
Oh yeah, that was an interesting. Yeah, that was a nasty knockout on that one too. But
and how about Josh Emmett versus Calvin Kattar? That was a fucking fight. Just the decision was bad.
Yeah.
And that's not taking anything away from Josh Emmett.
Yeah, and that's the thing that sucks, about that fight is because of the judges, you kind of forget about the performances a little bit.
Yeah.
And yeah, both those guys had stellar nights. They really came to play that one.
But Topuria is finishing everybody. I mean, those heavy little Spanish hands of his are not fucking around. And they just got him in the game now. I love Josh Emmett, and I think Josh Emmett has the power to put Ilia Topuria out if Topuria is not careful. But
yeah.
Man, Topuria is just I can't bet against him in this one.
Yeah.
I can't bet against him until it happens.
Yeah. When this fight got announced, I kind of thought it was going to be like another one of those situations where it was going to be like Yanez versus Rob Font, where you have someone that's fresh to the game and going against some OG player.
And look how that went.
Yeah, and so like I wonder if Emmett just might be just all torn up from that loss, really wanted to put a statement on this next one and just is able to find the finish.
Well, let's be honest. This is a big chance for both guys, right? Emmett's coming from a title fight. Topuria's got all this momentum, and he's rolling, So yeah, if Josh Emmett can stop Ilya Topuria and steal that momentum, he's right back in it.
Yeah, and he has time to do it now because, with Volk and Yair happening, if it's against, a Yair, that's fresh on people's minds. They might want to run that one back. But if it's Volk too, like Volk's looking for a new opponent. So if Emmett can put a statement, whoever puts a statement one here, if Volk retains, I think that they're going to fight Volk.
Okay, so speaking of the featherweight title picture, and we obviously, the interim champion and the champion need to fight and resolve that. And I keep going back and forth on this one, but I think Volkanovski wins that fight. But beside the point, speaking of these featherweight matchups and that featherweight matchup, the only person here I can't see get another shot at the title picture is Chan Sung-jung.
Oh, yeah. I think Korean Zombie's pretty far off. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of guys that are like right there. Arnold Allen, he's on the cusp too.
Well, and he was on a 10-fight win streak before Max, and that was a good fight. Although I went back and rewatched that, a lot of people gave Arnold Allen round 4, but Arnold Allen just finished round 4 stronger, in my opinion. Max was really whooping on him for the first 3 minutes of that round.
Yeah, I thought it was 2-3 at first, and then I rewatched it, and it was definitely
it was
like
4-1.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think if Max or Emmett win, I think they're probably one win away from the title again. I mean, if Max can beat Zombie and then one more person and Arnold Allen, I mean, how do you tell him no?
Yeah.
Emmett, I think, because of getting finished by a year, if he can get a big win over Topuria, depending on the situation, he's either right back at it or is one win away. Topuria, though, I think if he can make a huge statement over Emmett, you could make the argument that he's ready for the title.
Yeah.
I don't think he would need one more.
Yeah. Yeah, and you have like Ilavayev there too. I mean, you have a lot of guys that are going to be coming into the mix. Still no word on Ortega or Calvin Kattar. It sounds like they're going to come. Might be able to fight like later this year.
Yeah, that might be a good fight for them too.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I said it. The injured boys. You got to put those guys together.
Right.
But yeah, no. I'm glad the division's kind of making some good movement.
Although I still want that Topuria and Ortega because of the little call out, whatever that they had.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, that'd be a fun little. That'd be a good fight though.
Yeah, that beef came out of nowhere, dude. That was weird. But yeah, a lot of good matchups coming up in this one.
Yeah.
And yeah, featherweight's just filled with killers. The guy that even fought Ilavayev, he was unranked, and that his. I think that was his UFC.
Oh
debut.
yeah. I think he's in the same camp as like Grasso and Aldana.
Yeah, like that guy looks like he's top 15 ready.
Yeah.
So you have people that are coming.
Yeah, the guy with the wild ass haircut.
Yeah,
yeah, love that man.
Yeah, he's coming in with just like no time in the UFC, and then just had this fight. And I think you could put him maybe up with like a top 15 opponent, after taking that fight on,
short notice.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm super excited. This is going to be a great one on the 24th, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I'm telling you, 135 through 155 is just stacked. But let's move on to last weekend's fight night in Jared Cannonier and Marvin Vettori, and I think we both had Marvin Vettori win this fight in a close fight.
Yeah,
so we're gonna eat some crow here, and you know what? Good for Jared Cannonier because he looked amazing, and Vettori looked tough as could be. I mean, so many of those shots, I was just like, oh my,
yeah,
he just keeps taking them.
Yeah, I don't know what's more like. What's a bigger standout to me is Vettori's chin or Cannonier's numbers that he put up on Vettori because. Yeah. I mean, we've talked about it's like a legendary. It's got to be like a mythical fighter, the Iron Chin Vettori, because like
no kidding,
it's insane. I don't even know if Alex Pereira can put this guy down. Like maybe he might take a full shot from Nagano and just like like kick his head a little bit and it'd be fine.
He'll do a quick sit down and pop back up, a little squat.
Yeah, no, this was a good fight. But I mean, man, Cannonier just floored this one.
Yeah,
for sure. Made a big statement.
I think he clipped him early, and then he just put his foot on the gas after that.
Yeah.
And not in a bad way. Not in the sense that he rushed him and tried to floor him, but he never let up. You know, he was relentless, and it really paid off for him. And it just goes to show, I mean, how old is he now, 38, 39?
Yeah, I think he's like 39.
Yeah. And, I mean, looked as good as he's ever looked.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, stellar performance from him. Yeah, dude, I really think that him fighting for that title and then getting back in the picture has really like kind of made him up his game, and it showed like crazy. Like,
is he still at the lab?
Yeah, he's still at MMA lab. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Isn't that where O'Malley's at too?
I think O'Malley might pop in and out of there.
Oh, I was saying, man, that's who I want to be training with right now. If I'm a striker,
yeah.
I want to be on that regimen. I want to be putting up them numbers.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know that Cannonier said like he took a lot of inspiration from like the Izzy fight and like what he did wrong, and really just honed in on that. And I mean, this performance was like stellar, man. It was great.
Now I need to go rewatch the Strickland fight.
Yeah. Because I think Cannonier really maybe have like found his like stride, the confidence so that he can take a little bit bigger of a shot. But yeah, no, I don't know. It was a good fight, man.
Yeah, it was a hell of a fight, and I mean Vettori, although round four was probably one of the worst. Round two was two. No, two.
Two was the one that was like a 10-8.
Yeah, almost. 2 was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was hurt often in 2, and I didn't think they were gonna get through 3 after that, and good on Vettori. What do you think's next for both guys here? What do you want to see for Jared Cannonier in his next fight, and what do you think about Marvin Vettori? What do we do?
Dude, I really, really like that call out of Khamzat Chimaev. That's a really good one.
Yeah.
Just because, we know that Khamzat's kind of in the middle of these 2 divisions right now. We don't really know where he's going to set his feet. But if it's at middleweight, which it very well could be, dude, Khamzat would be a great fight. I know that they're talking about putting Izzy somewhere. It would be cool to see Cannonier versus Khamzat on that card. Sounds like it might be Sydney.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think Khamzat has been having like another round of like visa issues and stuff like that, not being allowed in a certain country. So I think he might not be able to fight in somewhere like Sydney. I don't know, but that'd be a good fight to do. Cannonier versus Khamzat. I think that'd be a good one. With Vettori, man, I think he's just gonna have to get someone like in that rank range where like Roman Dolidze was, somewhere a little bit back, closer to like the mid, like 10 through 15. I think he'll probably get an opponent like that. Him and Strickland train together, so they wouldn't fight.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't fight, but that would be a fun fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jared Cannonier versus Khamzat would be a fun fight. It'd be, it kind of springboards either fighter there. I see what you're,
Yeah.
I think Cannonier should wait and see who wins between DDP and Whitaker. And if they really are going to give the winner of the title shot, then let Cannonier get the loser out of that one for another contender shot.
Oh, yeah.
And then as far as Marvin Vettori goes, yeah, I think Sean Strickland could be a fun fight if they can get over that hump of being trainer partners. Or maybe Roman Dolidze.
You want to do the rematch with Roman Dolidze?
Oh yeah, that's right. They already did that. That's what we fought just before Cannonier.
Yeah.
Damn.
Maybe. Shoot. Let's see here. Derek Brunson is still in the rankings. That's interesting.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be Sean Strickland probably.
Yeah. And then Gastelum's going down. Yeah, they're gonna have to start moving some guys into the top 15 for sure. I think Bo Nickel's like probably gonna be in the top 15.
Yeah, is he matched
by the end
up
of the
yet?
year? Yeah, he's fighting Tresean Gore.
That's right.
International Fight Week.
Yeah,
Yep.
on July 8th.
So
that is right.
They really need to kind of start pushing this division with some people. Brendan Allen is fighting someone. I heard, but maybe Brendan Allen should fight.
No, Brendan Allen is matched up. I think that's this weekend.
Really? Oh. Yeah. Shoot, guys. Yeah, we need to. I think there needs to be some movement in the middleweight.
Yeah, we need some action in middleweight.
But yeah.
All right. Well, since we're going out on a sad note here at middleweight, let's go to Ultimate Fighters episodes 3 and 4.
Yeah.
I think we've only done 1 and 2. So, episode 3, the veterans, right? They just keep rolling.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, veterans are on a fat streak right now.
Yeah. And you had Austin Hubbard beat McKenzie by decision. What is McKenzie's first name?
Yeah. It's just, it's interesting. I think it just proves, like, I think maybe, like, someone that's, like, just hungrier for it. Someone that's had that taste of, being in the UFC and has it had, it's taken away from them, or they fall into certain circumstances and they want that back. I think that hunger just, like, is a little bit more powerful, dude, than the hunger of wanting to get into the UFC for the first time.
Yeah, it just really goes to show how much experience pays off there.
Yeah.
And these guys, it's not like all these veterans are older guys. I mean, a lot of them are just in their early 30s.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Jason Knight might be like the
old man in the group.
Yeah, the oldest guy on the thing.
Yeah, no. and maybe it is the coaching. I don't know. We're not in the tough house, but they do have a lot of they got a lot of momentum over there on the veterans team. They got 2 tough winners in Ryan Bader and Brad Katona, and being on that team, that's got to help out a lot.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's really hard to, say kind of what matchup I can see where the rookie or like the prospects would win.
Yeah.
Maybe
they're just losing. They're losing badly, right?
Yeah.
They're either getting finished or unanimous
one-sided
decision.
Yeah, very one-sided decisions. Yeah, they haven't even seen a round 3.
Yeah.
So, this is it's a pretty tough situation if you're with McGregor's team and all that stuff. So yeah. What do you think about, like, as we've seen the season go on? We kind of saw Connor spend a little bit more time with the fighters, but now we're kind of what's going on with this?
Yeah, he's not at the weigh-ins and things like that. He's not in the corner in between rounds. I don't know what the whole layout of the team is. But I know he's there with the fighters in spirit, and I know he supports them and wants them to win. But I don't know. We only see what the editors give us.
Yeah.
So
I thought I was talking to my wife because we watched the episode yesterday, and I was like, it had to be in McGregor's contract where all of his shit just gets plastered all over the show. Because like anytime like there's a scene, there's always like a McGregor fast bottle behind it or something like that.
Is there? That's funny.
But yeah, no, I just think that McGregor's there to kind of give encouragement and then let his team do all the technique.
Draw people to the season.
Yeah. And to give a face to it. But Michael Chandler, I think if you're on Chandler's team, it's a very uplifting team to be a part of.
Oh yeah.
They're very focused on training their fighters. They have some really great trainers like Ryan Bader, and then I forget his name. Their striking coach over at Killcliff.
I know you're talking. Yeah,
not Henry Hoof, but the other guy. Yeah, he's over there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they just have a really good team. I think too. I don't know how many. It feels like when I was like watching like McGregor train and like his staff train him, it was almost like they were like McGregor was like suggesting things that he could achieve. Like I don't know if like the techniques that he's showing, if they would actually be good for the fighters, but I mean they should be, because he is just coaching these guys. He knows that they're a little bit newer, but I don't know. It's just.
Yeah, like I said, we really only see what the editors give us. We don't know what they're really going through in there.
Yeah.
But as far as what plays out in the fight, I mean, Chandler's team is dominating. The veterans are dominating. Even if we move on to episode 4 here, the fight that was supposed to be happening got postponed. It was Trevor Wells and David Teemer.
Teemer. I don't know if his first name is. Yeah,
I think there's a David Teemer, and it wasn't this guy. Yeah, I can't remember his first name now.
Teemer. Yeah,
but I know it's Teemer for sure. I'm getting names all messed up today.
Yeah.
My apologies.
Yeah, I was like, as soon as this fight like happened, I was like talking to my wife about it again. I was like, okay, you have Teemer who like trains at Killcliff, or sorry, not Killcliff. Jeez, Tiger Muay Thai over there in Thailand, and he's like training with. Like Fazeev, I know that Volkanovski's like spent a couple camps out there, so like he's training with these killers over at Tiger Muay Thai against a guy that's training at a small gym. He
Timur Valiev. I messed it up. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. And you have like someone this other guy where he's had some like California titles and stuff like that. Trains with Dan Henderson, but I just think like the training level that Timur's like received has just been like way more advanced than what. The other guy had, so.
Yeah, it's. Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a possible way to spin it from McGregor's team here, As far as that first fight goes, I mean, that one was over right off the bell.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, who was it, Juan, in the second fight in episode 2? I thought he was doing well.
Oh, yeah.
Until he got caught clean with that knee,
Yeah.
And then, but fights 3 and 4 were, 4 was a little more competitive. I thought Trevor Wells put up a decent fight, but after, he was just tired in that second round. They were putting on those high paces, and I don't know if those guys are ready for that high of a pace at that high of a level.
Yeah.
Or at least that's what we're getting. That's what it looks like. As far as this season goes, as far as McGregor goes, what's going on with Conor McGregor in your opinion? Do you think he's ever going to fight again at this point?
Man, I don't know. I think it's very unlikely at this point. Definitely.
Yeah.
Just with I think the USADA pool date just ended. So like it's if he wants to fight by the end of the year, he missed that chance. Yeah, no, he's made his money, man. I think he just being talked about was like enough for him or something like that, and then he's like, okay, I'll be retired, and then get my money up for a little bit, kind of say I'm gonna fight again, and then just.
Well, I was excited for the Chandler fight, but at this point, if they were saying, it doesn't seem like that fight's gonna happen, what fight do we do for either guy? At this point, I don't know who I want to see Conor fight.
Yeah. And it's going to have to be at a heavier weight class. And it's like he doesn't have really any story with anyone like that, unless it would be like Nate. We've always talked about like Nate and Conor 3 being a fight that we want to see, but I don't know. So.
Yeah, I don't think he's coming back, to be honest with you. I just don't know if there's a big enough draw where you can get McGregor the money that he's going to want, And I just don't think you can get the return on it. Maybe.
Either that or maybe in boxing with Floyd. But
boxing would be huge. I could see him come back for boxing. What about Michael Chandler? What do you see for him?
I think he just has to get back to 155. I think the division really needs him. It would be a good filler for a lot of these fights.
Maybe a Fiziev.
Yeah, Fiziev fight would be really good. Maybe him versus Dariush.
That'd be a big one.
Could do that as well. But
we'll see. We'll see how it shakes out.
Yeah, for sure. So.
All right. Do we want to do? We're almost out of time here. We could keep going and do fantasy fights, or we can go out on this one and bring them to the next one.
Let's do our fantasy fights real quick.
Okay.
Because we got a lot of, we'll record another one here soon.
Sounds good to me. So my 3 fantasy fights are Henry Cejudo and Brandon Moreno at flyweight or bantamweight. I could see it at bantamweight.
It's a good one.
Another bantamweight fight. I got TJ Dillashaw versus Petr Yan.
Oh.
I just think that'd be a fun one. I think both of those guys, the way their brains work and the way they like to fight, I think it'd make for a really fun night.
Yeah.
I want 5 rounds for both of these fights, by the way. And then I want Dustin Diamond Poirier versus Colby Covington. Colby Chaos Covington at 170, 5 rounds.
5 rounds?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a good one for sure. A lot of drama in that fight, but it'd be a good one. Yeah. For my fantasy fights, some dream fights for me. I really wanted to see. I want to see Khamzat Chimaev versus Kamaru Usman. That's a great fight right there. Also, I would love to see Jamal Hill, light heavyweight champ, fight Alex Pereira.
Yeah,
that's a good one. I think. And then this one's for my One Championship fans out there. I got Tawan Chai, the current featherweight Muay Thai champion, crossing over to face. I believe it's Chinzig Alazov. And he's the featherweight kickboxing champion.
Okay.
So I'd like to see maybe Tawan Chai go up to the discipline of kickboxing and try to get 2 belts. I think that'd be cool.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, both those guys really good stand up from both guys. Go check those guys out for sure. So
all right, real quick, fire them off before we lose time here. Who do you think wins each fight for your 3?
I think I think Khamzat
over Usman.
Yep.
Okay.
Khamzat over Usman. You know what? I love Pereira. I'm actually a big Pereira fan, but I think Jamal Hill.
Sweet Dreams Hill.
I think Sweet Dreams. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I think I might go with Alazov on this one.
Okay.
Tawan Chai is a very talented Muay Thai fighter, but Alazov just has like this berserker mentality, and the way he sets up kicks and his boxing is really nice.
Yeah,
so,
it's deadly.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna take Brandon Moreno over Henry Cejudo. Unless we do like one of these weird time machine deals where we go prime for prime, then I'd probably take Henry Cejudo over Brandon Moreno. And then I'm going to take Petr Yan over TJ Dillashaw, and I'm going to take Dustin Poirier over Colby Covington. I think he'd be the first man to put him away. But we'll see. All right. Thank you guys for joining us here on 10 Ounce Fight Club.
Yeah. Have a good one, guys.